On Rochelle Manuel to sentencing.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no, yes. It was to be rescinded. She can get her stuff.
You're right here.
So she can get her stuff ready.
But I need something to tell me what I'm doing.
Just to remind you, Judge, this is when she pled out, and you gave her some time to get her affairs in order.
Right.
And just told her to show up today.
Okay.
Notice how the judge double-checks the plea here? That's because in criminal court, accuracy is everything. One slip and it could affect sentencing or even grounds for appeal. Have you ever seen a judge forget details like this before?
And I somewhat recall that, but
She pled to 3, yeah.
thank
So
you.
there's no report here,
Okay,
Yeah.
because we wouldn't agree.
right. No, I understand all of that, but I don't have anything to tell me what I did. I just can't.
I can probably say it all. I've heard it a few
You
times.
probably, yeah, you want to switch spots for just a minute?
No,
Okay, so you're Rochelle Manuel, and Miss Manuel, you were previously here and entered a plea of guilty to aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury. Have you been arrested for anything since that time? All right, then any reason not to go forward with sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Parker, wait, you're not. I'm not done yet.
You that excited to go?
I still got to. I still got to say the words. All right, ma'am. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent. You understood the nature and the consequences of that.
3 years in the Texas Department of Corrections sounds heavy, right? But aggravated assault with serious bodily injury is no small charge. Do you think 3 years feels too light, or just about right?
So I need this printed out and everything. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 3 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. Yes, ma'am?
Question, would it be from the date of the incident or the date of the indictment?
It's, if you...
Whoa, this is big. A deadly weapon finding would have made parole a lot tougher. By pulling it back, the judge just spared this defendant some serious extra time. Talk about a close call.
were in custody on this case, even before it was indicted, you'll get time for it. So if you were arrested and then you bonded out,
No,
It occurred in the correctional facility. Your
she's,
Honor.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
she's
yeah.
asking for time she won't get credit for it.
oh, no, probably not.
So it happened in April. I should get credit from April to whatever.
It's going to be when we had a hold on you or when the indictment was, whichever kind of came first. Okay?
It's fine.
So you'll get credit for that. I am making an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. Oh, wait, or is there a deadly weapon or no?
No.
No, Your Honor, I don't believe it's alleged. No, it's not.
It's not, so I'm going to retract that. All right, so I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Parker, right?
Okay, no, that came good. So
Good.
that's one.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am. You can go back with the bailiff.
I only had one other case, Judge. and
Almeda Miles?
I don't think she's here. No, she is. Okay.
She had a warrant. Okay,
I haven't had a chance to talk to her at all.
I'll reset it, and now you know where she is.
Thank you.
Okay. Michelle Johnston? Good morning, ma'am. Are you Michelle Johnston?
Yes.
And Ms. Johnston, this is your initial appearance in cause number 23, DCCR 2260. You are charged with, give me a second, theft of service, a state jail felony. I'm sorry?
It took me a year to figure out what that was.
Well, so it's a state jail felony offense, and since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
I did, and he's not here.
You've already hired someone? Who'd you hire?
John West.
Okay. You've already paid him and all of that?
No, he's the one that handled my federal case.
Okay, but have you hired him on this case?
Mhm.
You have, but you just said you haven't paid him money.
Yeah, because we're working on the payment plan for the other also.
Okay. Huh? Have a seat here in the courtroom.
Yes, you heard that right, Patrick Stewart. Sadly, not the Star Trek legend. But this Patrick Stewart faces a felony for injuring an elderly person. That's about as serious as it gets.
Until he gets here. Don't leave. Patrick Stewart? Patrick Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, sir. Are you Patrick Stewart? Are you Patrick Stewart?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Stewart, this is your initial appearance in cause number 24, DCCR 2176. You're charged with the third-degree felony offense of injury to an elderly individual from September 27th of 2024. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to hire a lawyer? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
You're asking if I hired a lawyer?
Yeah.
No, I haven't hired a lawyer, but I need to get a court appointed lawyer.
Okay. Well,
Probably have to do that while I'm here today.
are you working?
I'm not working though.
Okay. Why aren't you working?
I don't have a vehicle or a phone or anything. I ain't got no way to get to work. And actually, my right foot, I'm gonna go into the hospital when I leave here.
If I test you today, you gonna have anything in your system?
No.
Have a seat in the jury box. Have a seat right over there, and we're gonna find that out first. Keisha Victoria? Good morning, ma'am. You're Keisha Victoria?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Victoria, did you get someone hired?
I'm still going with Rice Kempler, but I was looking at 3 other lawyers to see if they could take, because I'm on only 250 on him, and I was trying to see if I could find somebody else it's less than a mix of me doing 2 different jobs because I got me a new job, so I'm just kind of.
Okay, so did you talk to some other?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you gonna be able to afford any of them, you think? Or
Yes, one of them supposed to be calling me back today at 2 p.m. So hopefully I could be able to afford them because plus the money that I have put up already, they only want 110. So I'm praying I could be able to go with them.
Okay, so who's the one that you talked to?
Parker LePlay, that's who I talked to.
Okay,
409-832-2300.
okay,
And I had talked to William Wilkerson, 409-212-9655.
all right, so if I give you one more reset, you think you'll be able to get someone hired?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna reset it one more time, try to get one of them hired. If it's not gonna work, call some others, bring me those names, and then if you can't do any of that, then when you come back, we'll see what your options are, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for doing what I asked you. You can step in front of the clerk. Lauren Bridges. Good morning, ma'am. You're Lauren Bridges. And Ms. Bridges, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 0354. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of credit or debit card abuse from October 16th of 2024. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
I thought I was a court.
Right, so when you're in custody, we automatically appoint you an attorney. So what I'm gonna do now is I expect you to at least try to hire a lawyer. So I'm gonna give you about a 30-day reset to give you some time to try to hire a lawyer. If you get someone hired before the next court date, bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, so step in front of the clerk right here. She'll give you your reset notice. Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Are you Desiree Kirks? And Ms. Kirks, this is your initial appearance in cause number 24 DCCR 0518. You're charged with the third-degree felony offense of deadly conduct discharging a firearm from February 9th of 2024. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
So what I'm going to do, Ms. Kirks, is reset your case for about 30 days to give you some time to try to get someone hired.
Okay.
If you get someone hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get here today to that lawyer, and they'll tell you what to do.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would have to go back to jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, if you step in front of the clerk right here, she'll give you your reset notice. Jamarian Martin. Good morning. Are you Jamarian Martin? And Mr. Martin, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25 DCCR 0196. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of burglary of a building, and that's from October 3rd of 2024. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? I can't hear you. Right, so when you were in custody, we gave you a court-appointed attorney, but now that you've made bond, I expect you to at least try to hire your own. So I'm going to reset your case for about 30 days to give you some time to do that. If you get someone hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would have to go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice. Good morning, sir. Are you Charles Guidry?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Guidry, this is your initial appearance in cause number 23-41646. You are charged, hold on a second, let me get this, with the state jail felony offense of theft and aggregation amounts from January 1st of 2022 through June 30th of 2022. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? You're working on it? Okay, so I'll give you about 30-day reset to give you some time to get that taken care of. If you do get someone hired, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice. Stephen Wilburn. Mr. Macon on Gracie Cassidy.
That's going to get please, Your Honor.
I'm ready for it. Good morning, ma'am. Are you Gracie Cassidy? And Mr. Macon, will your client...
Here's the twist: Gracie avoids prison with deferred adjudication. If she completes probation, this felony disappears from her record like it never happened. But one mistake? Boom, up to 10 years behind bars.
Waive the formal reading of the indictment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Cassidy, in cause number 24 DCCR 1480, you're charged with unlawfully carrying a weapon on prohibited place, and that's from March 28th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Macon?
Yes.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 4-year deferred adjudicated probation. You would have a $500 fine and be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Do you, and it looks like the state, as part of that, is going to dismiss cause number 24 CCCR 1480, correct?
That's in the misdemeanor court. I'm not discussed it with that attorney.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? I'm required to ask everyone. State tenders number 1.
No objection, Your Honor.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Cassidy is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that we can get a pre-sentence report done. That'll give me more information about you, your case, and then we'll come back for sentencing at a later date. On your way out of the courtroom today, you need to stop and talk to probation, and she's sitting at that desk right there. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you'll just talk to her, she'll tell you everything you need to
Let
do.
me interrupt 1 second. Part of this is a forfeited weapon.
Oh,
It's not,
it's
not hers, but it involves another person. I still make sure it's not getting out.
If you want to make sure,
We'll get that
file a motion
motion.
that has the specific information about it, and we'll sign it at sentencing.
Yes.
Okay, just stop and talk to the lady right there at that desk.
James, do you have discovery? I need the discovery.
Good morning, ma'am. Are you Carolyn Whitaker? And Ms. Whitaker is charged with aggravated sexual assault as well as injury to a child, elderly, or disabled individual. And Mr. Morian, what is the announcement?
Your Honor, at this point, we're still kind of in the negotiations phase. We haven't had a ton of forward progress, but I believe it's just due to scheduling and everybody's, been pretty busy here lately.
All right, so looks like you were hired back in November.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to reset the case one more time. This will be the final reset.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So when you come back, I need, it's either something gets taken care of that day or it gets moved to the trial docket.
I need to talk to him, talk to the attorney. I've been in and out, but I've been available.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so-
No, y'all definitely get together and
Yes,
visit so that
yeah.
you have time to visit with your client as well, so
that'd be
that
perfect, Your Honor.
we'll get an announcement next court date.
Yes, Your Honor. We've gone a few discoveries, some in-house discovery, and we've received discovery. We just haven't been able to coordinate a time to really sit down, but we'll make sure that happens.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Coleman. Good morning, sir. Are you Mario Peoples? And Mr. Peoples is charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Case set for trial to begin with jury selection next Monday. What is the announcement?
Judge, we're ready. I have received a motion from Mr. Coleman for continuance. We don't object. Mr. Peoples is on bond.
It's that Hardin County case, Judge.
Okay.
Special prosecutor.
And there's no, you believe that's,
If we're firm, we're especially set.
is that sentencing?
It's the sentencing.
It's the sentencing, okay. Obviously, I will grant that.
Yes, ma'am, we don't have a
Mr. Peoples
problem.
isn't in custody. So Mr. Peoples, stay in touch with Mr. Radford. We'll put your case on the next available trial docket and see if we can get it tried at that next court date. All right, thank you.
Maybe excuse me.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. You're Raphael Boyd?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Boyd is charged with possession of a firearm by a felon. And Mr. Jeffries, what is the announcement?
We would just ask to be set on a trial docket.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay?
You need to do a rejection.
He's already done
previously rejected 10 years, Your Honor.
Okay.
The offer's not going to change.
I don't see that.
Back in
Okay.
September, Your Honor.
There it is, September. All right. So you've gone over everything with Mr. Boyd. And Mr. Boyd, after visiting with Mr. Jeffries, is it your intention that you still want to plead not guilty and go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it looks like there was a 10-year offer last year. I want to make sure you understand that after today, I will not accept that offer. If you change your mind and you want to enter a plea of guilty, it would be to something different than that. It would not be lower than that unless some new information came to light with Mr. Jeffries or Mr. Nichols that they don't know about right now. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll get it set on the trial docket. Mr. Jeffries will begin preparation for trial. You're free to go. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Are you Carly Davis? And Ms. Davis is charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more. And Mr. Rojas, what is the announcement?
Judge, speaking with Ms. Davis this morning, she's about to start a new job, and I think once she does that, her family members are going to help her to hire a lawyer if you give her a month.
So here's the thing, Ms. Davis. We already did this since last year, June. I gave you time and time and time on the initial docket to try to get someone hired, which is why I appointed Mr. Rojas. I will reset your case one time. If you get someone hired, great. If not, Mr. Rojas will remain your attorney at this point. You need to be visiting with him, talk to him about your case, unless you do get someone else hired before the next court date, because I need to get an announcement at the next court date. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. You're free to go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you may want to hold on to it for a second. All right, it went away. Good morning, you're Simone Dobbins. And Mr. Rojas, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
She will, Your Honor.
Ms. Dobbins, in cause number 24, DCCR 0504, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of driving while intoxicated with a child passenger under 15, and that's from December 9th of 2023. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you reached is for a 2-year term in the state jail prison, but that would be probated. You'd be on probation for 4 years. You would be ordered to pay a $500 fine to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, including having an auto ignition interlock device on any vehicle that you drive. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Any evidence that Ms. Dobbins is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right there. Okay, see you back at sentencing. Good morning, you're Joseph Gilbo.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Gilbo, you were previously in court and entered a plea of guilty to impersonating a public servant. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
We have, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections?
Comments?
Comments? Explanations?
Explanation.
Please?
So obviously we're talking about Mr. Gilbo's statement in the PSI, Judge. I spoke with him about...
Can I get everyone to please hold it down a little bit?
I spoke with him about this morning, and what he's telling me this morning is that the statement he made to the probation department is his version of events. I explained to him that based on it, my advice would be to, if the court will allow him to withdraw the plea and set it for trial. However, he wishes to proceed with the agreement and go be placed on probation.
Well, you can't say you didn't do it and get probation. It doesn't work like that. Because when you were here before, the clerk swore you in to tell the truth. And when you stood in front of me, I asked you a couple of very important questions. One was, were you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And the second one was, are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? And you answered yes to that. But if you didn't actually do what they charged you with, then you need to plead not guilty and let a jury decide. You can't say I didn't do it, but I don't want to go to trial. Does that make sense? Either you did it or you didn't do it.
Yes, ma'am. I did do it.
Okay.
The statement that they made was some of it wasn't true.
Well, if some of it wasn't true, that's fine. But either you impersonated a public servant for some amount of time, ever so slight or whatever it was, either you did that or you didn't.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you do that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any reason not to go forward
No,
then? All right then, anything else with regard to the pre-sentence report? Mr. Hoffpower, Mr. Rojas, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gilbo, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am.
Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty.
Positive for THC, meth, and amphetamines while out on bond. That's basically waving a red flag at the judge saying, please lock me up. What do you think? Should bond violators get second chances, or is jail the only answer?
However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for a period of 4 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation.
Yes, ma'am.
If you do that, this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have the felony conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, at the end, the case is dismissed. You will never have the felony conviction.
Yes, ma'am.
The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court. You could be found guilty of the offense and sentenced anywhere in the range of punishment, which is up to 10 years. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom and wait for probation. She's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork.
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Jason Jones, sentencing, Mr. Rojas. Mr.